Up next, the Spurs taking on the Hawks. For San Antonio, with each victory, they climb another rung on the ladder toward their ultimate goal. Winners of 7 out of the last 8 and look to keep it going tonight. Hawks, Spurs is coming up next, and we'll be right back. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at San Antonio, they're currently holding on to the 3rd best record in the conference.
Checking out San Antonio, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, coming into the year, they were certainly one of the favorites, if not the favorite, and they have not disappointed.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. At the forward slots, it's Vassell and Barnes. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Atlanta, Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. And it's Risache in at the small forward position. Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body, and mentally, it might be even more difficult. As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Castle against Daniels. Right side Young, back to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And it's the Spurs ball. And let's send it over to Ali LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. I wanted to know what his defensive scheme was against De'Aaron Fox, and he told me we need to limit transition opportunities because that's when he's really dangerous. Speed is one of his biggest strengths, so we need to slow the game down to our pace. Let's see if they're able to accomplish it. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Ali. Thanks. Here's Johnson. The Spurs making their last shot. There's Young with the 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Outside Risache. Back to Young. Down low. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. Here's Risache. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Fox finds Castle. Takes one from 10 feet. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. For Atlanta, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Johnson against Barnes. Johnson passes to Young. And he lobs it up. Oh, Fox with a steal. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Fox has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
The sweet stroke of Fox. Lefties always make it look so good.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. we'll go for a different look here. Gay's checked in for Okongwu. Newell comes in for Johnson. Kennard, he's checked in for Risache. And it's Alexander Walker in for Daniels. Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. Keldon Johnson comes in for Castle. Here's Gay. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Will it go? And it's laid up and in by Kennard.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Yeah, it took a few trips. Now let's see if that can get them going.
Now here's Barnes. Making a mark on the offensive end. Scoring around 13 a game. Clock at 6. Spurs need to get one up here. Fox for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they faced the Spurs.
Yeah, last time against this team, they couldn't stay out of foul trouble, and that really hampered them.
Well, that was called pretty tightly, and I don't think they ever adjusted to the way the game was being called. Big reason why they lost.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for Young. San Antonio also making some changes. Cornette's checked in for Wembanyama. Castle comes in for Barnes. And it's Harper in for Fox. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Gay. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the night.
First team foul. Mohammed.
One shot.
One shot.
Here's Castle. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. San Antonio on top, up by 3. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
Luke Kennard out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Jalen Johnson. Then it's Newell. And it's Gay in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Harper. He picked up 24 points in their last win against Washington. Kennard against Castle. 6 on the shot clock. Oh! Wow. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Now here's Alexander Walker, coming off a 28-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And another key for them was his rebounding. Just a great effort.
Legs, you look at the Atlanta Hawks. They are no strangers to the play-in tournament.
Yeah, BA, since making the Eastern Finals as a 4 seed in 2021, they've been a perennial play-in team. They're trying to find a way to make another deep run.
That one drops for them.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Devin Vassell comes in for Johnson. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Now here's Young. 8 points in his last time out. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And Johnson giving these fans a show.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. To the inside. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Hawks trail by 5. Outside, Alexander Walker. There's Young with the 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back over to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Daniels. 14 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, you gotta like how Young stays aggressive at all times, even when he's in the paint dealing with physical defense.
1 minute left to play in the half. Here's Harper, guarded by Young. Left side, Wembanyama. Shot clock at 6. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the second period. Outside Young. Pass to Daniels. Shoots over Vassell. Daniels misses. Now Wembanyama. He picked up 15 in their last win against Washington.
And then you look at what he did defensively. 4 blocks on the night, and he changed a number of others.
And so it's San Antonio closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the San Antonio Spurs. What's most important in a situation like this?
Staying focused, locked in, and not getting sick or distracted.
Yeah, like the kids on those smartphones, they're constantly on those phones and all those things, man. Not paying attention. Right, Jack?
Huh?
Jack.
Huh? Oh, so I was sending a text. What'd you say?
Kids these days. And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Spurs.
They're moving well on offense, great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team?
What I remember seeing, they pass the ball into Shaq, Ernie, and it never comes back out.
That's why they call me the Shaq Hole.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Oh, without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying all his skills today.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Here's Young. And so in the game for the Spurs, Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. And it's Fox in at the point guard position.
Well, that is a beautiful mid-range jumper there by Johnson, and not necessarily a strong point in his game, but that doesn't mean you have to ignore it completely defensively.
And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Leading by 5. Pass to Castle. There's the triple. Okongwu with the rebound. And the Hawks shooting 46%, a decent average so far. And you could argue Onyeka Okongwu is a little undersized at the center position, but it's hard to overlook his impact, Tim.
Well, that's because he contributes in so many areas. Blocks, steals, rebounds. He can make plays, you name it. And he keeps adding to his game year after year.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Atlanta. Here's Fox. What a finish inside from Fox.
A 6'3" point guard, Fox has solid size at the 1, and it really helps him out inside.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Young looking for an opening. Johnson. Daniels outside. He shoots a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama screen to the middle. Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. All right, we look at our 2K leaderboard for assists. Numbers from the past month of play. Second, Jalen Johnson.
His teammates trust that if they get open, he will find them. They're really in a groove right now.
Okongwu, a screen on Castle. And he's going for the oop here. 3-on-3. Vassell with it. Now guarded by Risache. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Good, solid start to the half. Hitting 3 out of 4.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Devin Vassell at the line for 1.
One shot.
And that one falls for Vassell. And Tim, 1 year, you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think think the 50% from the three could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Young against Fox. Just 5 to shoot. The shot to stop the run. Oh, Young! So tough at his size.
Well, Trae Young showing you that he can overcome any type of coverage and still get it done.
Outside Barnes. Inside. And it's Fox missing. Hawks trail by 8. Outside Young. Pass to Daniels. Outside Rizachet. And here's Young. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's what helps Young from that distance. It's the quick release. Very difficult to get a piece of that shot.
Wow, Fox gets it done in close.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Outside Rizachet. Back to Young. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Fox. Johnson for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand. Outside Young. The 3. Oh, the lethal 3-ball of Young. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Spurs. They lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Noel out there with Johnson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Gay in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Yeah, such a difficult frame to guard. Wembanyama draws the foul easily.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
Already an elite player in this league. The scary thing about Wembanyama is that he's only going to get better.
Here's Gay. Sohan covering with the step back. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. And Sohan gets it to go.
Yeah, big man with point guard skills. Wembanyama is terrific at getting it to his teammates.
Johnson against Vassell. Pass to Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. 4 on the clock. Oh, he leaves no question.
And this has been an emerging part of Johnson's game. He is getting better at making smart passes.
Spurs lead by 6. Timeout called, Mitch Johnson. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, I just don't think right now they're doing a good enough job of hunting the right mismatch.
So both teams changing it up here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle, and they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Boom! Fox with a triple.
Yeah, hats off to Fox. He really upgraded that three-point stroke.
Hawks trail by 9. High post Young. Johnson outside. Okongwu, a screen on Vassell. The triple drop.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now here's Fox. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. That's off. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Fox against Young. Wembanyama there for the rebound.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
It's Fox with a drive. Here's Castle. Wembanyama, screen on Okongwu. Oh, touches it off the glass.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Young. Oh, no good on the layup. And Fox has got the ball here for the Spurs. From downtown. Can't get it. They need to rally in a big way, Grant, if they want to stage a real comeback.
And BA, they better do it soon because the window is definitely closing.
Young. Shot's no good. Now Barnes. Using the glass to lay it in.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
Now here's Okongwu. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
Why even try in there against Wembanyama? I mean, it's just too difficult.
Now here's Vassell. Risache covering. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is